Hello, my random viewers. Welcome to Randomly Offensive. And oh my goodness, does hearing this track already make me a little bit nostalgic about the Poke the Wokes? Does this music excite you for Poke the Wokes? I don't know why, but this soundtrack, I almost feel bad for using it for anything but those videos, because it just, I don't know, it brings back good memories. I'm missing it a lot more than I thought I would, and if you guys are missing it just as much as I am, it's only a few more days before it comes back. Poke the Woke is going to be making a comeback this Tuesday. We'll finally be able to upload one, and if you guys do miss Poke the Woke and this music gets you in the mood for it, absolutely go check out my Rumble and subscribe, because yeah, this Tuesday it is making a comeback. Now, with that being said, today we are talking about the dumbest villains, my pick of dumbest villains. So these aren't like proven or rated or anything. These are my top 10 picks for the dumbest villains, and absolutely let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree, or if there are some villains that you think are dumber. So with that being said, let's kick it off! Coming in at number 10 is Caecilius from Doctor Strange in the MCU. This guy, in my opinion, is one of the dumbest freaking villains, because he fights so hard and he does so much to become immortal and get to the dark side, in a sense, right? He wants to go to the dark realm. He wants to join Dormammu and become immortal, but he doesn't even steal the whole book. They even point that out as a joke in Doctor Strange, when he could have stolen the book. There was no reason not to. He just beheaded a guy and they take one little frickin' page. It took more time to rip the page out of the book and escape than it would have just to take the whole frickin' book. And also, why did they have to do that in the first place? He could have just used the portal ring, go right through, grab the book, pop back out. No one would have even known it was missing until it was too late. But that doesn't even make him the dumbest. That's not what makes him so stupid. Caecilius wanted something so bad. He fought so hard to get it. He gave up so much to do it. And then he finally got it, and when he got it, he regretted getting it. He didn't even want it. He had no idea what the hell he was fighting for. He had no idea what the hell he was giving his entire life up for. This guy went in blind for something he had no idea about. Like, this guy is the equivalent of if you go on the internet and you're talking to a hot model and for like a year, and you're giving him money left and right, you're Venmoing him money, right? And then all of a sudden, when you finally meet him, it turns out that it's actually been a coconut this whole time with a drinking problem and self-identifies as a volleyball. And the hints were there because they never responded because they don't have arms. So, like, they weren't even texting you, right? And they couldn't talk because it was a freaking coconut. That's how dumb this guy was. And if he would have just taken the whole freaking book or did a little bit of studying, he would have realized this wasn't what he wanted. It was a totally stupid mistake on his part. Like, understand what you're fighting for if you're going to cause the entire world to meet its doom for something that you want. Like, you better make damn sure that's something you want. Like, not even on the same premise as allowing the earth to be destroyed. I researched the hell out of something before I spent $50 on it, and he was willing to destroy the entire frickin' planet for something that he had no idea what he was getting himself into. It's just dumb. It's stupid, and that's why he's number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Cell from Dragon Ball Z. Cell is probably the dumbest villain in the whole frickin' franchise that's canon, at least, right? Cell is a total idiot because he had enough power and enough time to destroy the planet and beat everybody, but instead he had to prove his masculinity and fight all these guys, and he had to go back and forth and allow them to power up, and then they'd be just as dumb and allow him to power up, and then even though he just witnessed them make a huge mistake, allowing him to power up and defeat them, he's like, hey, I'm gonna do the same mistake you made, and let's see what happens. I don't know, I'm feeling lucky. And then he dies, right? He just freaking died. Oh, this guy does so much stupid stuff, and he gets so desperate at the end that he decides to blow himself up just to win. He was already willing to destroy the planet. And then when he comes back, he makes the exact same mistake a second time. Like, dude, you just came back from losing due to your cockiness, and then you're gonna do it all over again. Like, learn from your mistakes, Mr. Perfect Cell. Like, what's wrong with you? Now, number 8 is my pick of Scar from Lion King, the original Disney cartoon. Why do I choose Scar as one of the dumbest villains I've ever seen? Well, the reason why is because after he killed Mufasa, the lion, the king, the man, the freaking dude that just, I don't know, he was a bad king. He was a bad dad. I didn't like Mufasa. He was kind of a weirdo. Yeah. Imagine your dad just like freaking watching you up in the clouds. Like, he died and he's just like peeking down on you, watching you take a shower and stuff, and trying to talk to you, and the rest of the world's like freaking out because your dad's face is in the clouds and they think it's the second coming. Like, I don't know, the whole thing's weird. But anyway, Scar is a total idiot because he lets Simba go, right? After he killed his dad, he lets Simba go, and it's not because he doesn't want to kill a kid, because then he sends the piranhas, that'd be funny, he sends the hyenas out to kill him because he doesn't want him coming back and telling everyone the truth, when he, like, literally had 3 chances to kill the kid after he killed Mufasa. Like, why didn't he just slash the kid's throat right then and there? Why did he let Simba run off and then go, oh shit, I made a mistake, go kill him please? Like, think your plans through, man. I mean, geez, lions are kind of smart. You think that he would have thought this far ahead. Number 7 is Obadiah Stane from Iron Man MCU. Why is Obadiah Stane an idiot? Well, he's really dumb, and here's why. What makes him so freaking dumb is the fact that he decided to go and start selling Tony Stark weapons through the black market, right? And he's making billions of dollars that way. However, the Stark Industries was already a multi-billion-dollar company. He didn't have to do that, and he was living comfortably, right? And so he decided that he wanted more, started selling to the black market for reasons they never explained, because he was already working as a second right-hand man to Stark, and he was already living pretty comfortably, so they didn't even explain. It's like he just got bored, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna sell to criminals, yay! And then, after that, when Tony Stark comes back, he tries to kill Tony Stark, not once, but twice. And why? Why are you trying to kill this guy? You are the right-hand man to the richest man in the world, and you're gonna get paid pretty freaking well. Why couldn't he just sit in his luxury couch in his, I don't know, $30-40 million home and be happy? Why did this guy have to be the head of a company when he was already making a shit ton of money? It doesn't make any sense. He's such a buffoon. He's an idiot. You don't want the responsibilities of Tony Stark. You just sit and relax and let the money flow. You are living the most luxurious life, and you ruin it by selling the weapons to criminals, which didn't need to be done, right? Because the original Stark, Howard Stark, didn't do it. So you can make a shit ton of money without doing that, so he just did it because, and then he tries to kill Tony Stark when there's no reason, there's no profit behind it. It makes no sense whatsoever. And number 6 is Harry and Marv from Home Alone. Now, come on, the only reason they're not number 1 is because I know it's for a kid's show, right? And I know they had to be stupid because Mickey Mouse won't ever hurt anybody, Oh boy, no. So anyway, with that being said though, they are so freaking dumb for being experienced and serial robbers, right? These guys can't even outsmart a kid. The freaking can of paint comes flying down and smacks him in the head, knocks him out, and what do? They just run right back up the stairs thinking everything's fine. These guys have fallen through 2, 3, 4 traps, and they haven't figured out to walk kind of slow, figure out where they're going. I don't know, maybe shoot a gun in the air and scare the kid to death. These guys are so dumb, and they're just running around with having no idea what they're there for. And why are they even trying to chase the kid? The second the kid ran out the window, now, they're good. Why chase the kid? You're in an empty house now. Steal all you want and get the hell out of there. The kid is no longer in the house. But they chase the kid and fall for every trick that he lays for him, every trap. And it's so silly. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on number 5, but number 5 is Kikyo from Inuyasha. This woman is an idiot. She's a dunce. She's not smart. She's stupid. She's stupid as hell. Because not only does she side with Naraku, the main villain, because she thinks that Inuyasha betrayed her in her past life, but then when she finds out that Inuyasha didn't betray her, and Inuyasha found out that Kikyo didn't betray him, and Inuyasha's like, hey, we're good now. And she's like, no, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I still hate you for literally no reason now, right? So, it wasn't you that betrayed me, but I still don't like you because your white hair is just icky. No, I don't like your use some shampoo, right? And so, she just goes on. Well, then she decides that she's going to try to defeat Naraku for revenge, and how does she do that? Well, she never tries to kill him. She never tries to fight him, even though she's 10 to 20 times more powerful than Kagome is. And Kagome almost kills Naraku, but she never fires an arrow at him. She never takes a shot at killing him, even though someone that is 10 times weaker than her almost killed him with the same set of powers, right? So, why didn't she ever try to kill Naraku? And then she gives him one of the shards. She is the reason he hits his max potential of power. And, what was her plan exactly? To just help him evolve and destroy the planet? Or take over the planet? She had no plan. I don't even know what Kikyo was thinking. She'd be more effective if she just jumped off a cliff and wee! It's kind of dark. But anyway, yeah, she should have totally Black Widowed it. She should have just jumped off and sacrificed herself for the sake of humanity. Alrighty, number 4, I am going to butcher this name, Vigo Teresov. Vigo Teresov? I don't know. Vigo. His name is Vigo from John Wick, the first John Wick movie. This guy, I know everyone talks about the second villain from John Wick, but the first John Wick villain is the dumbest guy, because not only is he terrified of John Wick because he's able to kill people with a pencil, and he's upset with his son for messing with this guy, but then when he finally gets the chance to kill him, he walks out of the room not making sure he's dead. He knew what this guy's capable of. He should have shot him in the head right then and there. Shot him in the head, dead. Story done. Credits roll. But no, he walked out of the room. That's so stupid when you have someone like John Wick. And he shouldn't even drug John Wick into that room. When he ran over John Wick, and he should have just kept running him over and backing up and running him over and backing him up, running him over, backing him up, and then shoot him in the head 3 or 4 times, drop a grenade right on his crotch, let that blow up, and then nuke the frickin' city because John Wick just can't die. You should have gone full apeshit mode on John Wick, but instead, you leave him up to 3 guys that he's already proven he can kill with a pencil, and you just walk out of it. And then, once you actually get rid of him, and he makes a peace treaty with you and says, I'm gonna go kill your son and I'll let you live, what do? You go kill one of his friends and sets him up to have revenge towards you, and you already know there's no escape from this guy. There's no beating this guy. You're a complete dunce idiot, Mr. Vigo Tarasafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafafaf 3 is the entire Fiendish 5 from the Sly Cooper PS2 video game. This includes Relay and Mugshot and Ms. Ruby, Panda King, Clockwork. It includes all of them. They are all the dumbest villains I've ever seen in a video game. These guys are so dumb. In Sly Cooper, you play as a raccoon, and in this video game, 3 hits is all it takes to kill this raccoon. And it doesn't matter what he gets hit by, whether it's playing cards or spit or a rock or bullets. He gets hit 3 times, he's done, right? And the villains he goes up against are so dumb because you have to beat them in the exact same way every time. So like you start fighting the frog and you have to jump from platform to platform to platform, and then he does like this spinny thing, gets dizzy, you run up and you smack him in the head, and then you do that like 2 more times, right? And they never learn. Like that's how all of them are beaten. And they never learn. They just keep doing the same fighting style instead of just going right up to the guy. Because, like, Ms. Ruby is a frickin' crocodile. Why is she playing these games and letting him hit her? Like, she could just eat him, right? Not even to mention Panda King, who this game was made before Kung Fu Panda, and Panda King knows Kung Fu. He was like the original Kung Fu Panda, but he was such an idiot, he makes Po look like a genius. And this guy, like, could have just stomped on, frickin' Sly Cooper, but instead he, like, plays these games and allows him to get hit. And then you have Clockwork, who is a literal falcon that replaced every little part of his body inside and out with machinery. So you literally have a robotic falcon that is beaten by a raccoon doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, and this thing doesn't learn. Clockwork doesn't learn and change his fighting style to, I don't know, just fly down and pick up this raccoon, fly really high and drop him. Like, dumbest bosses in video game history ever. Now, number 2, I just feel so bad for saying this name because this is my most beloved villain. I love this villain, and almost every adaptation, almost every version of this villain just is so amazing. But I'm gonna have to say it. Number 2 is Moriarty, Professor Moriarty. But it's from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This guy's an idiot. He comes in at number 2 because he creates an entire team. This was way before the Avengers was even a thing in cinema. I mean, it existed in the comic books, but before it was even a thing in cinema, he created like a evil version, like a dark, cold version of the Avengers with, you know, Mr. Hyde and all that. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but he creates this incredible team, and then what does he do? Well, the reason he created the team was so that he could take their DNA and make more of them and, like, take over London. But he doesn't have to do it that way. He could have, like, had them come one by one and take their DNA, but that's not even the dumbest thing they did. Like, halfway through the movie, he sends them video of him confessing why he brought them together and what he plans to do before they even got there. And now he's set it up for an entire team to go and try to kill the guy. What? Why? If you set up this whole team to come to your office so you could extract their DNA, why would you tell them before they've made it to your office? What is wrong with you? You're an idiot. I don't get it. Why are you named Moriarty? You are a disgrace to any Moriarty out there. You are a disgrace to the Professor Moriarty name, and you're a disgrace to any Sherlock villain. You should not exist. You make me angry. You make me so angry. Now, number 1 is a character that may not have been heard of. However, I'm pretty sure he has, because there's like 7, well, if you include the add-ons, there's like 8 or 9 of these, 10 of these games at least. But the number 1 man for dumbest villain ever to exist is Heihachi from Tekken. Yes, Mr. Heihachi himself. I can't pronounce Japanese names, I speak English, so I don't know. But anyway, Heihachi is the dumbest frickin' villain to ever exist, in my opinion. Because the reason why is because he finds out that his wife has devil genes, and he decides to eradicate the devil genes, and he tries to kill his wife, which I do believe, if I remember correctly, he does successfully. But then he realizes that his son has the devil gene as well. So he picks up his son, throws him off the edge of a cliff in hopes that he dies. Now, I understand not going down there and checking it because there's a good chance the kid died. He was like 7 years old. However, when he finds out that his kid is alive, he's in charge of an entire Tekken organization. They have guns, they have an entire military, they have an army. And what does he do? He hosts a tournament and tricks his son into joining so that his son can have revenge against him, because he figures he could kill him with his bare hands, even though he's got the devil genes that he was so scared of no one being able to stop. So that right there is really stupid. And then when Kazuha has a kid, he sends his devil gene to Jin, which is Kazuha's kid. And Heihachi now has a grandson that has the devil gene, so now I have two people with the devil gene, and he just keeps doing these tournaments with the motivation to kill these guys. Instead of just dropping a bunch of nukes or a bomb or something on these guys, all he literally does is just host a bunch of tournaments. The most extravagant thing he does is hosting tag tournaments. And this is so stupid. It's so dumb. It started getting really good in Tekken 7 because they actually are having wars and guns and stuff. And in number 6, they're starting that up, right? And then number 7, you have guns and war and bombs. But he never uses it on Jin and Kazuha. He instead tries to use Akuma to defeat these guys, and Akuma is an even bigger threat now. And so, like, what is Heihachi actually planning? Why is he hosting tournaments trying to get these unkillable creatures to be killed by normal human beings? I don't get it. It makes no sense. Heihachi is the dumbest villain. He's so dumb. I can't, too much exercising, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the steroids made his brain shrink instead of what it was supposed to make shrink. I don't know. But yeah, that was my rambling, that was my everything, that was just me going on and on and on about stupid stuff. However, if you did make it this far, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe and consider sharing. It helps me out. I'm a small channel. So yeah, don't get hit by a meteor. Take care of yourselves. Bye.